Despite this video being super positive, I can see where I might get some negativity from some of the beta experts. A lot of videos and YouTubers that make videos on betas say they're pro beta, but by the time they're done telling you all the ins and outs, because of their level of fish keeping, sometimes you're like, yo, I don't want no part of it. It's too much. No, not for me, buddy. I'm gonna get a guppy. I'm not about that. I'm about yes. I'm not about no. I'm yes. You can do it. Yeah, I'm a yes man. I'm a yes man is what I am.
Why so serious?
I'm gonna give you a positive take on keeping betas at the level that you're at, not at the level somebody else is at. But for now, let's just keep it simple. Look at this beauty. Look at it! Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I got two other betas that I'm gonna be showing you as we move forward. And I got them for very specific reasons. I'm gonna go into why I got each and every one of them. But that's not what this is. I'm not showing off my betas. I'm just showing you these betas because I'm very proud of them. And for those of you who think what I'm about to say might sound controversial, might sound inhumane, watch to the end of the video when I explain to you why it's not. So in my many years of fish keeping and working at LFS's, local fish stores, I've come across some pretty common questions. Questions that I don't personally believe are answered realistically. And while I do know that a lot of fish tubers and betta fish keepers that make videos on the subject touch the subject, I feel like they answer the subject coming from the perspective of an expert fish keeper, which I totally get. But sometimes it's a little overwhelming, right? You're just starting, you're curious. I'm gonna give you the right information, but I'm gonna give it to you the way you're asking it. Not that other mumbo jumbo making you just go hail to the now. We're gonna start out with the most famous one of all, tank size for a beta. I know you've seen the beta bowls where it's a single beta. Maybe you have a peace lily coming out of it and it's a bowl and it doesn't have a filter, it doesn't have a heater, it's just water and a plant. And the beta had, some of you have had this and you're like, well, my beta has lived like that for years. They can. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more that would probably make you go, huh? And I'm not making you feel bad about it. I am not making you feel bad about keeping your beta in a bowl with a plant coming out of it. And the reason why I'm not making you feel bad about it is because the industry, even in 2025, is still perpetuating the idea of it. Look at that one. Look at that one right there. Come on, turn sideways so I can see you. See that? Now, while the first one I showed you, I got because it was so odd of a coloration, this is more of a common coloration that you might see a koi beta would look like. What size aquarium would be the best aquarium to start out with? I know you've gone to Walmart, you've gone to Petco, PetSmart, all the other pet whatevers, and you've seen the beta kits. If you ask a beta fish expert, someone who is a fanatic on beta fish, they're gonna say a 10-gallon. If they're a fanatic, they're gonna say a 10-gallon. If they're a fish keeper that's been doing it a while, they're gonna say a 5-gallon and up. But the aquarium kits that you find that are in your budget, that have a heater, that have a light, that have a filter, all are about 3 gallons. I ain't gonna lie to you, I am not gonna get mad if you get a 3-gallon for your first beta. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is where all you other fish keepers that are like, oh, he's giving the wrong information. Wait until after the video. Wait to the end of the video. And I'm gonna explain to you why I'm saying this. I've noticed that a lot of people who keep Oscars put them in an aquarium where if you look at the size of the Oscar or the big monster fish or whatever, and you look at the space in the tank, in all actuality, a beta in a 3-gallon is just pound for pound is the same amount of swimming space or more than a lot of people keep the monster fish in their particular aquariums. Pound for pound wise, space wise. It almost seems like it's unproportioned to how big a beta has in a 3-gallon. So I say I'm not mad at it. If you ain't gonna say nothing about the Oscar in that tank, then you shouldn't say nothing about the beta in the 3-gallon tank. I just always found funny I think people are hung up with the number 3. 3, that sounds so little. From being a fish keeper for so long, I do know ins and outs on how to get aquariums and gear for aquariums for cheap, but you may not know that yet, so you rely on getting it brand new. You're not sure if you're getting somebody else's crap. You don't want to pay for somebody else's crap that don't work. So you feel uneasy. You'd rather get it brand new. I get that. That little $50 kit sounds way better than that, $100, $150, $200 kit with what your pockets feel like right now. I get it. So that's how come I'm not going to be mad at you for doing the 3 gallons. I really am not. The downfall of doing a 3 gallon, I gotta be 100% honest with you. The downfall with doing a 3 gallon, it totally limits how many other fish you can put in there. Because bettas can live with other fish. They do accept tank mates. So there you go. Good and the bad. 3 gallons. You decide. Look at this ugly one. It's ugly. I know it's ugly. A lot of y'all be like, ew, that's the pattern is just, everything is chopped up. It's ugly, ugly, ugly. I know, but I'm going to tell you why I got this one. How do you know what betta to get? There's so many. There's like giant bettas, placots, spendids, half moons, giant tail. The names is ridiculous. I'm not even going to get into the names of the betta. They all pretty much, in all honesty, they all pretty much act the same. Maybe some of them a little bit more drastic than the others, but they're all pretty much the same for reals. But when picking out a betta, don't get so hung up on how long the fins are or how interesting or colorful it is. You really want to look at personality. You want to look if it's lively, if it's up and about. A lot of times you'll go to a store and you'll see betta next to each other in cups and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to take that cup and put it next to another cup. You should see the betta perk up and be aggressive towards the sight of the other betta. Oh, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that because you're working them up. It's a way to judge if they're healthy or not. If it's a sickly betta, it's just going to stay flat. Its fins are going to be bleh. You know what I'm saying? Don't get that one. I don't care how long the fins are. I don't care what kind of a cool name it has. I don't care what color it is. That fish is a terrible fish to buy. You might be setting yourself up. You probably are setting yourself up for failure. Get the one that is perky, that his gills flop out and his fins do all like that and they act all aggressive. An aggressive betta is a healthy betta. Remember that. An aggressive betta is a healthy betta. When I went to the store, I saw this guy and he was like all over the place, like a little chicken hawk. You know what I mean? Let me at him, let me at him, let me at him. And I was like, bro, you are not attractive whatsoever. You look like you fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch down. But his personality was like, so here he is. The one that's more feisty. That's the one you want to pick. The food. Bettas are carnivorous. They eat pretty much only live stuff in the wild. So you have to get food that's high in protein. Now, I do think that the fish food industry has done a really good job at making betta-only foods high in protein. It says betta only. It's not the only food that you can feed a betta, but if it says betta only, a lot of times it's pretty much a good type of food to feed them. Frozen foods is also something that they really enjoy. The problem with frozen foods is even if you buy the little cube packs, it's way too much for one betta to eat. I feed pellets, high in protein pellets. In fact, I'm actually trying out my particular brand of fish food. If you're interested in the particular fish food, stick around, subscribe, do all that stuff, and see how it works out with the fish I'm keeping. So far, it's been really, really good. It's a high in protein with probiotics, but I'm feeding them that. It's not designated a super betta food. It's not that. And a lot of that food is not just betta food. It's actually food from other stuff. It just works well with bettas and they stamp betta on it. Anyway, I'm feeding them a high in protein pellet. And they seem to be very, very active and healthy. And their colors are, even though it might be ugly, they're very vibrant and ugly. Don't get betta water. I've seen gallons of water that have a picture of a betta fish and it says betta water. Do not buy that. I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't buy that. It's just it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. It's a straight up gimmick. They might as well put goldfish water. They might as well put cichlid water. They could put any type of water. It's just they just trying to take your money. If you did want to do the best for your water changes, age your water 24 hours. They'll really appreciate that. All I'm saying is keep your water out for 24 hours with an air stone in it so it get nice and aerated, and you change your water with that. Room temperature, you'll be all right. Here's why I say what I'm saying about the size of the aquarium, which I know a lot of people are going to have problems with. I'm an average type of dude. My audience are average type of people. I know how expensive this hobby could be. I know when starting out, you're hesitant anyway because you don't know if you're going to kill this fish or not. So spending a whole lot of money is very, very, it's not really, it's one of the, you don't want to do it. You're hesitant. And I get it. I'm where you're at. I don't have a lot of money too. And if I'm starting something new, I want to start, as cheap as possible to see if I'm going to go forward with it. That's why I say I'm not upset at a small 3-gallon tank. But for those of y'all who say, well, but they should be in a bigger tank, regardless of how much it costs, they should be in a bigger tank. I'm 100% confident that if you watch my videos on bettas, and it don't even have to be bettas. Pretty much all fish are the same on how you take care of them. And you learn how to keep fish and you start applying that to your betta in its little 3-gallon, and you start seeing the effects of your knowledge, of your learning, and of your work that you've been putting into it, and you start seeing that, hey, hold up, wait, I don't do a whole lot of feeding. I don't feed so much. My water's not as dirty. I accidentally fed. It got dirty. I held back. Now it's not as dirty. Okay. That's how I'm going to do. Hey, I didn't do water changes like I was supposed to, and the water got dirty, and the fish looked sickly. But I watched Aquafunk, and he was talking about doing regular water changes and regular tank maintenance, and I started applying that, and the fish looked great. I didn't keep my light on 24 hours a day, so I don't really have an algae issue like I used to. You're going to do great, and you're going to want to get a bigger tank for your fish. You're going to want to get more of them. You're going to get so deep into this that you might be cussing me out because I done got you hooked on some stuff. And now all you do is watch YouTube videos and spend all day staring at your fish tank. And your whole social life done went down the drain. So yes, go ahead and do it. You have my permission. If other people say no, tell them, well, then buy me a 10-gallon tank. That's what you say. No, you can't do that. Cool, buy me a 10-gallon tank. Oh, no? Shut up. If you enjoyed this video, here's some other videos that you also might enjoy. First time here, go ahead and subscribe, like, leave a comment. I want to know what you think. Deuces.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.